dear class 8. Now today we will follow with the same chapter, okay, static electricity, and we will come to the new portion today, okay, that is the law of conservation of charges, different ways of charging the bodies, okay, the two topics we will discuss today. Now as we'll go as I had explained earlier, there are two types of charges, negative and positive. And these two charges takes place due to friction. Okay, you take a glass rod is rod with a silk, it becomes positive charge. You take ebonite rod with a fan, it becomes negatively charged. So these are the nature of charges. There are the two types of charges, positive and negative. Okay. Now, when we come to the conservation of charges here, so this conservation of charges states that when the two bodies are rubbed, the transfer of charge takes place. When the two bodies are rubbed, the transfer of charge takes place. Okay, and when the transfer of this charge takes place, there is no gain or loss of charge while rubbing. Okay, so this is the law of conservation of charge. So what does this conservation charge try to explain? Is that when the two bodies, when they are rubbed, okay, the transfer of charge takes place there. But when the transfer of charge takes place from one body to another, there is no loss or gain of charge. There will be no loss or gain of charge while rubbing the two bodies, which the law of conservation of charge states. Now the different ways of charging. Number one is by friction. Okay, friction means when the two bodies are in contact. Okay. Now let us consider a plastic scale. The two plastic scale. One plastic scale you bring in contact with glue. Okay, with the help of a glue. Okay, glue means adhesive. Okay, some sticky material. Okay, with the help of the glue, you just bring one scale contact with the wood, and other scale you rub it with a funnel. And after doing that process, okay, after rubbing with the funnel and after bringing in contact with the glue, okay, now these two scale, when you bring it closer to in contact with the bits of paper, the paper gets attracted. Okay, paper gets attracted. So here what happens is that now the scale has been charged. Okay, the scale is charged. So because of the charged scale, the bits of paper gets attracted. But the question will arise here: if one body will charge, okay, will the other body will also get charged? Okay, so for that, again you take the scale here. Okay, two scale. Now what you do is that the two scale, you bring the two scale together and rub the two scale. Together. Okay, not separately, together. Now when you rub the two scale together, okay, now this scale will not get charged. They will not get charged. Okay, because the scale are in contact with each other. Now after rubbing the scale together, when you bring to that bits of paper, the paper doesn't get attracted. Okay, now when you separate the scale, okay, and again bring it closer to the bits of paper, now the paper gets attracted. Okay, so what happens is that now when the body are rubbed together, okay, the scale, we take a scale, when the body are rubbed together, they behave as an uncharged body. They become as a uncharged body. That means they do not behave like a charged body. When the two bodies are in contact, okay, and try to rub the two bodies in contact, these two bodies behave as an uncharged body. But when you separate that two bodies here, okay, when you separate it, again they behave as a charged body. Understood? So they behave as a charged body. So therefore again, now finally the conclusion comes here that when two bodies are rubbed together, both of them get charged, and the charges acquired by them are equal and opposite. Okay, so that is the two bodies, when they are charged together, they behave as an uncharged body. But when they are charged separately, they behave as a charged body, and that charge is equal and opposite. Okay, so this takes place in a friction. So in a friction, the two bodies has to be in contact. Whereas in a conduction, okay, in conduction, you just touch a body, you don't have to rub it. You just bring a charged body towards the uncharged body and just bring in contact, just touch it. Okay, and when you touch that, okay, the uncharged body, that uncharged body will also get charged, and the charging of that body will be same as that of the previous charged body. Which means that suppose if you have taken a ebonic rod, negatively charged body. Okay, so you have brought a negative charge ebonic rod towards the uncharged body. So you just touch it. When you touch that ebonic rod to an uncharged body, the uncharged body will become charged one, and the charge will be same as that of ebonic rod. So that means that uncharged body will also become negatively charged. So which takes place through conduction. So conduction means only the body only has to touch it. You only have to touch the body. Okay, but in friction you have to rub it. Okay, so likewise another one is here, induction. Induction means you don't have to touch. Okay, you have to keep far away. That means you have to become very close to a body. Okay, but the body should not get touched with the charged body. So for example, I'll take a two sphere. Okay, I'll take a two sphere. Okay, A and B. Now this two sphere is uncharged body. Okay, now I will bring the ebonic rod here, and ebonic rod negatively charged. Okay, negatively charged ebonic rod. Now what happens is that now this ebonic rod you bring closer to the sphere A. When you bring closer to the sphere A, what will happen is that now this A will become positively charged. Okay, and at the same time the another body B will also get charged here. They will also get charged. Both the body A and B will get charged. Is it clear? That means by the process of induction, A will also get charged, B will also get charged. But how it happens? Look at it. You take an ebonic rod, since the ebonic rod is negatively charged, and that ebonic rod will bring closer to the sphere A. Okay, and sphere A will get charged, and at the same time sphere B will also get charged. But the sphere A will get positively charged, and the sphere B will become negatively charged. So how it happens is that when you bring that ebonic rod nearer to the sphere A, okay, now what happens is that now the axis of electrons which are present on this sphere A will move towards B. Okay, and your A will become deficient of electron, and therefore A will become positively charged. And whereas the sphere B will gain the electron, okay, from A, and it becomes negatively charged. So this way the charging can be done without touching a body, which we call it as the charging body by induction. So these are the three ways in which the charging can be done: one by friction, other one is conduction, and third one is by induction. In the next class we will come to the electroscope.